Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Edna J. White, and this is What About This? This is your destination to hear amazing things about real life people telling us about real life and their real love for life, business, and family. Today we have Melinda Epstein. I want to tell you about her because I met her over a year ago, and we were at this. I don't know. It was a cooking networking thing, and we kind of got burned out of that because we weren't supposed to be in there cooking. Not us, but the chef. And we met, and we had this amazing time. Just a couple minutes. Just a couple minutes. Just really a couple minutes. And I will tell you, she actually sent me this. She sent me a card way before we were supposed to be on, and it says, "Let's root for each other and watch each other grow." And one of my favorite pictures, I don't know if I
I
look.
love that picture.
My favorite pictures, I think this is one of my kiddie times when because I was thinking about something childlike, and I love it. And I just wanted to show you, this is exactly what she does. This is exactly what she does. She brings us together, businesses together, but she's going to tell you all about it. So Melinda Epstein, take it away.
Thank you, Edna. Thank you so much for having me on. This is awesome. Yeah, I am in business. I am actually an insurance broker by
Mm-hmm.
day. I've been doing insurance for 30 plus years,
Okay.
and I'm a licensed broker. So I work for someone. I work on their business, but I also have some of my own accounts. And as I said, I've been doing this forever. And I was looking for a way to appreciate the people that trusted me with taking care of their insurance needs, and uh, thanking people who referred people to me or people I work with. And I stumbled upon this relationship marketing system called Send Out Cards, which is
Mm-hmm.
a fantastic system that you can use to not only on a business level, but on a personal level too. There are tons of stories of people who reunited with family members just by sending them a
Right.
simple, heartfelt card. But I was looking for exactly that. I wanted a way to say thank you and show appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
And I started using the system about 3 years ago. Still working, my full-time job, which I do. And I cannot tell you the reaction. You have that card that I sent you,
Yes. I was like,
it's
I was
on your shelf. Um,
so shocked.
People don't get real mail anymore, right? We get
No.
emails, we get junk mail, we get, messages, messenger messages, text messages, emails. But to get something in the mail that's personal,
Yeah,
so, it touches your heart, but it
it
comes from
does.
my heart because it's just,
Yes.
you know, how I am. It has made a huge difference in my business. It's helped me maintain clients that I have. It's helped me get referrals from them because they know that I'm thankful and grateful for their business. It has kept me in touch with people that I haven't seen in a million years, like high school people.
Wow. That's
That
great.
event that we went to, the chef,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
remember him, the chef that was
Yes.
at that event? He was fantastic. He's a DJ chef.
Oh my God. Yes.
I asked him if I could take a picture of him, and I asked him for his mailing address. He looked at me like I was crazy, and I sent it to him, and he was floored. He was absolutely
Oh,
floored.
that's so nice.
He actually did during the pandemic. He was doing drive around in his area, doing, playing music in the streets and
Oh,
trying to
that's so
entertain people. I
nice.
caught a picture of him from Facebook doing that, and I sent it on a card to him, and I thanked him, even though it's not my area, but
Right, right.
I could tell how he was making people happy, and I thanked him, and he was just so touched. So it kind of goes along. You and I were talking about our lives and the paths that our lives have
Oh yeah.
taken, especially the past year. Um, it goes along with all of that,
It does.
with especially the past 4 or 5 months,
Mm-hmm.
and what's going on these days.
Yes.
Share kindness, to put a smile on someone's face. Obvious business, pluses, when
Yes.
you use this, because you're competing against someone else for a speaking engagement.
Mm-hmm.
You send a card to say thank you. maybe
Right.
throw some delicious brownies in there, something like that. You know, they're gonna remember you. It makes you
Yes.
stand out. But even more so, more of what I've been doing lately than using it for a business has been just to try to touch people and thank them. Anytime I see someone I know that has a family member that's a police officer, or a relative that passed away or anything, I
Right.
touch them just to, tell them that, I thank them for what nurses, doctors, thank you for what
Right.
you're doing. Because regardless of anything, these people have been through very tough times,
Absolutely.
you know?
Kindness goes a long way.
Right.
Goes a long way.
So this whole business opportunity with this system
Mhm.
has given me new life, I guess you can say. Um, I've always been the kind of person that worked, a full-time job. Even in college, I worked 2 part-time jobs. I went to college full-time. I've always worked. I've
Mhm.
always done something. So I'm not the kind of person that goes to work and goes home at the end of the day and, puts my feet up and watches
Mhm.
television. It's not me. Um, so I always was looking for something to do. This supports my insurance business,
Right.
but it also has allowed me to grow a business on my own that I know
Mhm.
I will have, forever, because I will
Yeah.
always. But it's also touching people. So it's I guess satisfying that need in me
Mhm.
to make other people happy and make them smile.
Right.
And it's building and growing. And I've shared this with other people that have decided that they wanted this business opportunity as well.
Mhm.
Um, so it's just an all around amazing thing that I found and I love. And I love working with people and businesses and showing them how they can,
The
get a
same
big
thing.
return on their investment and,
Right.
build and grow and maintain. So much easier, right, to keep a client than it is to find a new one,
Oh, absolutely.
right? You keep them by, making sure they know how much you appreciate their business because they could
Exactly.
go somewhere else, especially in this world, right?
Exactly. And I like the way that you have a business that's it's like in simpatico with what you're doing.
Right,
It's important. Having a business and doing activities and giving to the community, it all has to work in tandem together. And that's a beautiful thing. Many people don't realize that,
right,
especially when we get side businesses, it's got to be, you know, I don't know. It seems that it's always out of the ordinary. And then when you say, well, does that kind of blend with your skills? You're using your skills that you've learned along the way. Using your love of what you do, and you're actually branding that and creating the flow for money on a regular basis and the flow for money on your side business. So it
right,
all kind of works together. And I love when that works because it works for me. I love it. I think it's a universal thing, especially when you start getting genuine with yourself and you start,
right,
all things starts opening up and like, wow, I can really do this and do that. And without a hitch, it just happens. So that's a
right.
really good thing. So how
It's
can
so
you get
it's
involved in that?
oh, somebody sent me a card
Okay.
about 3.5, 4, maybe 4 years ago.
Oh,
Someone I
okay.
met networking because I had just started networking maybe about 5 years ago.
Okay.
I hadn't been doing it before that. Um, and they were involved with this, with send out cards, and they sent me a card and brownies. And I have to say, if you're a brownie fan, they have the best brownies in the world. And I said, this is exactly what I wanted, exactly what I was looking for to be able to send to my clients.
Hmm.
And I reached back out to the gentleman and he never answered me.
Right.
So I let it go for about a year. And then I was in touch.
Wow, a whole year?
Yeah, I
Wow.
just said, all right, I couldn't figure it out on my own. And I gave up. I just let it go.
Hmm.
About a year later, someone else brought it up. And I said, that was, you know, I saw that. I loved it. I want to figure out how to do it. So they sat on a phone with me for about an hour one night.
Hmm.
This is going back 3.5 years ago. And I figured it out, and I signed up immediately. I created an account and I started, sending the cards. And
Nice.
it kind of coincided with when I really, really started networking a lot for my insurance
Hmm.
business. Um, and I was still kind of new at it. And someone I met said to me, and it was like a smack in the face, I know a million insurance brokers. What makes you any different? And
Whoa.
I was like, what?
That's a great question.
you know,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's.
uh, we all know
Hmm.
coaches, we know,
Yeah.
life insurance people, we know realtors. I know a million, you know. So why do you pick one over someone else? Right? So
Right.
what makes you stand out? So it's either you and I, when we met a year ago,
Hmm.
there was some kind of connection. There
Yeah,
was
it
something,
was. We didn't
I
know
don't
what it
know.
was. So we
We
were
didn't
like
know it.
cracking up, laughing. I don't even know what. I don't even remember what we were cracking up, laughing about. I think it was just like we just like as soon as we met each other, I was like, "What are you doing? What is that?" You know. And then all of a sudden, come over here.
Right. But it could be that, right? It could be that just instant, you don't know what it is, that
Yeah.
connection.
Right.
Or it could be like, well, you're just like every other insurance
Right.
broker I ever met, or every other, realtor I ever met.
Right.
What's different about you?
Right.
So, it took me back, and I said, well, I don't really know what's different about me. What makes
Hmm.
me any different? I'm honest. I work hard. If you're good where you are, I'll tell you to stay there.
Hmm.
I don't know. And then it coincided with finding this, and I said, well, I really, you know what? I really do. I appreciate
Yeah.
when people trust me with an important decision like their
Mhm.
insurance for their business. Um, I'm grateful when someone says, you know what, Melinda, call my friend. They need your help. You
Right.
know, they gave my name, not somebody else's.
Right.
You know, and I want to be able to show that and share that. And it's made a world of difference uh,
Yeah.
in my business, but also for me, as you and I were talking about.
Hmm.
It's been a year of a lot of changes for me.
Hmm.
So this ability to do this with people and for
Right.
businesses has just changed my life,
Right. Right.
you know?
You're able to give your heart now. You're not concentrating on one thing, and it's important to know that as we go through things, we know when something's wrong. We really do know when it's off, and if we have to think about it all the time, it really is not something we're supposed to be doing. It really isn't. And we've been through. I really want to have another conversation with you about what we just talked about
Yes.
prior to this video, because it was really good, guys. It was really, really good. You'll hear it one day soon. But um, it's important to know that who you are, and we talked about women, us as women, we become nurturers and we don't stop nurturing. And even animals stop nurturing after a while. We tend to be morph into whatever we're doing. If it's our children, we morph into that. If it's our husband, we morph into that. We don't become our own selves. And one thing my friend used to always say is, men never give up. And I'm not badging men, not at all. Men never give up their friends and their friends' time and their time with their friends. We're the only ones that do that. So that could tell you something. But that mimics animal life. If you think about it, it mimics exact animal life. The lions don't get involved with birthing the children. They just like lay, hang out.
Right.
They really do. They just like chill. Like,
Tell me when it's over. Tell me
yeah,
when it's over.
oh yeah, that's great. If I don't like them, I'm get mad, get them out of here. The whole nine. But we don't do that. We succumb to that. And even the lionesses, when they know it's time for them to go, especially if they're male, they let them go. We gotta stay a little longer,
Right.
and it's important. We want to have this women's talk, because this right here, what we was talking about before, we're going to have this conversation because we need to have
That's
women's
absolutely.
empowerment. Because we hear the good stuff about women. We hear, I guess, you can do it, that kind of stuff. You can do it because I did it. I was divorced. I was with someone I didn't like. I was this and that. But no one fills in the in between. Nobody fills that in. And then when you hear the in between, that's what makes you go on more. That's what makes you move forward. I like what you were saying. I really do. I think that you're doing a markup job. I might have to consider what you're talking about with your business as well. I might have to add that to. That's a really. I mean, when I got this card, I was like, wow, we didn't even meet yet. We didn't even get on yet. And it's only 15 minutes. I'm like, I felt like a star. Wow. This is really great.
Yeah, no, it's
It
special. It's
really
special.
makes you feel special. And that's what's the card system again?
It's called Send Out Cards.
Send
And
out.
actually, if you want to try it or anybody wants to try it, send me a message and I'll send you a link that you could do the first card on me. It's on me.
Okay. And
So,
how
and
do
it's
they
pretty
get
easy.
involved? How do they get involved? How do they call you? How do they email you? How do they get in touch with you? With
The
your
best thing would be to either text me or call me. And
okay.
my number is 631-974-9503.
Okay.
The best way to do it, best way to reach
Okay.
me.
Heard
I could
that.
give you my website, but honestly, I'd rather have the conversation and send you, I could send very quick under 2-minute videos for you to
Right.
see what it's about. And there's a link right in there that you can go in and send the card for free.
Okay. And do you have a Facebook page that can join for your insurance or this just anything that they can join and hear
Of
about?
course, yeah. I have my regular personal Facebook page, but I have I don't do much with my insurance on Facebook.
Okay.
I didn't find that it really did anything for me. I do have LinkedIn.
Okay.
It's just my name, Melinda
Okay.
Epstein. Um, I do have a Facebook page called Send Out Cards with ME. My initials
Okay.
ME.
Okay.
Or just to follow me on Facebook or send me a message and
Sounds
I'll
good.
add you in. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's a feel
Sounds
good,
good.
feel
You're a
good
real
kind of.
estate agent, a life insurance agent. If you want to get more customers, if you even landscaping, if you want to get more
Anything.
customers, anyone that wants customers, want to form relationships, talk to Melissa. No, that's a good-
Melinda.
I know. Melissa,
Everyone does
Melinda
that. That's fine.
Epstein. Melinda Epstein. I will never forget the last name, so I just want you to know that. I will never forget that.
Sometimes that's not a good thing, that last name. Right now, these days, it's not a great last name, but
Okay, I'm not going to forget Melinda at all. So contact her. This is Edna J. White. We're signing off. Melinda Epstein is signing off with me, and we're saying see you next
thank you so much.
time.